teen girl bullied to death by a group of friends returns a year later on her birthday to extract an online revenge. This is the Indonesian horror film Aib, #Cyberbully. A year after the death of a fellow student who jumped off the balcony of a school building when a video of her detailing her sexual assault at the hands of her father is circulated around the school, the 7 people responsible are haunted by her ghost via a video chat room. The ghost forces the friends to confess their deep, dark secrets to each other and slowly kills them one by one if they fail to comply until it uncovers the truth of who was responsible for spreading her terrible story. Terrible is such a great word to use to describe this film. Hello everyone, I am the Artie Dance and welcome to either SHOCKMANIA or the Artie Dance YouTube channels. Now, there are a few movies that are kind of like this. They're lazy movies where half of the time is spent of us, the audience, just staring at a screen of people having a video chat or writing a Facebook post and the characters are talking and that's the movie. Now, unlike a film like Unfriended, which I'm pretty sure that this movie is based on, and then there's the Japanese film The Samajima Incident, this film at least tries to do something interesting. It's got some interesting sets in it. And it uses flashbacks to tell the story well. Sometimes. But the core of the movie is still the same, and it's just boring. Heads up, this review is going to contain some spoilers, as I feel I need to discuss how ridiculous the ending is and why it makes the whole movie utterly pointless. There's a theme with movies I really dislike. They all seem to focus on the digital or online world. I don't like Pulse because I find it incredibly slow and boring, and I don't like the Thai film Viral due to the stupidity of the script and how it assumes young people interact within the digital space. In my opinion, horror movies based around the online digital world just can't be done properly. They're just so damn boring. That leads us to this film. Even though it was released in 2018, it took over half a decade to get this onto a streaming release, and after spending 90 horrendous minutes with it, it was actually longer. I kept pausing the movie often to do other things, so it probably took me around 2 hours to get through it. I can see why it took so long, although to be honest, I have seen much worse movies. Let's start with some positives, because there are some. The movie has a good-looking cast, which is almost expected at this point. I don't recognize any of them, and reading through some of their profiles, they didn't do much after this film was released. I've mentioned it already, but the sets are nice in this film too, because they're all very specific to the characters and are used to build their personas. The rich characters have nice rooms, while the poorer characters look a bit slovenly. Hilariously, one of the characters appears to live in a tattoo parlor. But even the sets betray the atmosphere that the movie is trying to create. Why? Because they're very clearly sets built and filmed in a soundstage. Some of the bathrooms and bedrooms used in the movie are massive and layout-wise make very little logical sense. Also, why is one of the girls spending her whole damn time in the bathroom instead of moving to another, more comfortable part of her house? Sets are the least of this movie's issues though. It's the story that really stinks. Logically, it makes sense about as much as a ghost movie can make. The 7 friends are being taunted by the ghost to reveal their darkest secrets. One of them's bisexual. Another has slept with one of the boys and fallen pregnant, while another one sells her body to her teachers for higher grades. There's a theme here, and it almost always seems to revolve around sex. Specifically, how bad sex is for young people. I assume there's a hidden religious motive behind all of this. For those who get annoyed with censorship in their movies, I need to warn you that I'm not sure what's going on in this film. You may have watched some Pinku Japanese films in the past and noticed some optical blurring during the sex bits. Something similar happens here, but instead of blurring, they've gone with heavy mosaics. It's ridiculous because the whole point of the movie is that these friends are sharing steamy and scandalous videos of each other, so I doubt they would mosaic them and hide any of the details in them. Apparently, this is due to some kind of censorship in Indonesia at the time. I don't expect nudity or graphic sex in an Indonesian movie, but I also don't expect to see screens full of mosaics either, considering some of the content in other films like Sugar Mill or even KKN in the Dancer's Village. And now for the spoiler. And it's less of a spoiler and more of a rant about what this whole stupid movie is trying to find out. The ghost in the movie is trying to work out which one of the 7 of these friends had the idea to leak the horrible story about her rape and pregnancy by her father to the whole school. And this is where the illogicalness of the movie just falls apart. When the ghost asks them all, they all flat out refuse to admit anything. Even after one of their friends is killed on screen, they still refuse to say anything. When we get down to 3 survivors, it's only then that the person responsible for uploading the content admits to what he did. He waited until 4 friends were brutally killed before doing it. Bear in mind, at this stage, they all still denying they know anything about it. Then in a scene that defies belief, we see that not only was there the guy who uploaded the content, but one of the other girls told him to do it, while 3 of the other friends stood around laughing. So 5 of the 7 of them knew all about it and could have ended this whole thing at the start of the movie just by admitting to what they did. And by doing that, they could have saved the lives of their friends. But if they'd have done that, we wouldn't have got the ending that we got. And quite frankly, I loved the ending because they all died and they all deserved it. And that made me happy. And no, I'm not a psycho, I promise. So, using the patent pending ghost rating, which stands for great horror or stupid trash, 1 ghost is all that I will ever award a movie like this. This was just torture in a 90-minute movie. It was so bad. The pacing is fine. Just the whole concept is crap. Maybe if I was half of my age and you know really heavily into all this whole digital world, like, I use social media and all that kind of stuff a lot, but I'm probably not to the point that a lot of these people do, where you just make a post about, hey, how's everyone going? So I don't understand that concept. Again, so this movie is clearly not aimed at me, but I can still watch it from a perspective of someone who enjoys movies, and it's just a write-off. Add this to the pile that is Hompimpa, Viral, the Taiwanese movie, Hospital. They're all just a load of shit. Anyway, if you've seen AIB #Cyberbully and waited long to watch it, what did you think of it? And put the comment below. I'll be very interested to read it to see if anyone else actually enjoyed this thing. But otherwise, I'll catch you next time. Thanks.